Welcome to day 2. So before we get started, what I want to do is go over the self-assessment questionnaire. Well, in this course, you're going to have several questionnaires that you're going to go over. You're going to read them. You're going to fill them out. But I will do it in video form for those of you who cannot download or you're not able to print it out or whatever. That's why I'm doing the video for you. Give you an opportunity to be able to still get the work done, but not have to worry about having everything that you need. But you are going to need the book. I cannot go over the entire book with you because there's 2 books in this course. You have Breaking the Spell, then you also have 365 Days of Mindfulness. That is what's going to help you get through this course even more than the questionnaires. But the questionnaires will give you some insight. It helps you to see things in a different way that you've been overlooking, been missing. And I am going to do everything in my power to give you all the materials that you need. And you're going to have to do the work. Remember I said what you're going to need to be successful in this course? You're going to have to do the work. So if you can't do the course the first time you try it, that's why it's unlimited. You can go back and do it again and again and again and again. It's at your own pace. Go at your own pace. Do what you can. Don't be overwhelmed. The whole purpose of this course is for me not to stress you out because this is what I do. I am a stress management life coach. I'm not here to stress you out, okay? I'm here to make things simple and easy for you, but to get you to really see things in a different light, a different perspective, and under a different lens than what you've been looking at things your entire life. So, further ado, let's go ahead and get into the questionnaire. This is going to be a self-assessment questionnaire to help you identify if you are in a narcissistic relationship. Here's a self-assessment questionnaire designed to help you evaluate whether you might be experiencing gaslighting, manipulation, control, love bombing, and devaluation in your relationship. Now, we haven't went over devaluation and love bombing yet, but we will in the next video because that's what day 2 is about. But I'm still going to ask you some questions concerning it just to give you some ideas of what you might be experiencing. So this questionnaire is not a diagnostic tool, but it's to help you to raise awareness about your potential harmful behaviors. Because when you're going through any of these things in here, you have to realize this is not healthy. A healthy relationship don't do these things. As a matter of fact, later on in the course, I'm going to teach you about what a healthy relationship really looks like. What is a healthy relationship? So I'm telling you, I'm touching all bases. I'm touching all bases, and that is for real. So let's go ahead. So gaslighting, manipulation, and control. I'm going to ask you some questions, and you're going to answer either A, frequently, B, sometimes, C, rarely, or D, never. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to read the questionnaire. You're going to answer the question. You can write the questions down, or you could just answer the questions. And, of course, you can print it out because the download version PDF copy is also in the course material, so you can do that as well. Number 1, do you often feel confused or doubt your perception of reality after conversation with your partner? A, frequently. B, sometimes. C, rarely. D, never. Number 2, does your partner often deny or contradict things you know to be true? A, frequently. B, sometimes. C, rarely. D, never. Number 3, do you feel like you need to apologize or make excuses for your partner's behavior to others? A, frequently. B, sometimes. C, rarely. D, never. Number 4, does your partner control aspects of your life, such as who you see, where you go, or how you spend your money? I'm going to add another one to this. How you dress. A, frequently. B, sometimes. C, rarely. D, never. Number 5, do you feel isolated from your friends and family because of your spouse's influence? A, frequently. B, sometimes. C, rarely. D, never. Now we're going to talk about love bombing. Let's talk about love bombing. So love bombing. 6, does your partner, well, not does, did your partner, so I want you to think back to the very beginning of your relationship when you first got with your partner. I would say the first 3 months of your relationship. Think in that realm, in that era, okay? Did your partner initially shower you with excessive praise, attention, and gifts early in the relationship? A, frequently. B, sometimes. C, rarely. D, never. Number 7. Did the intensity of affection and attention from your partner suddenly decrease over time? A, frequently. B, sometimes. C, rarely. D, never. Number 8, do you feel overwhelmed or pressured by your partner intense expressions of love and commitment early on? A, frequently. B, sometimes. C, rarely. D, never. Now we're going to talk about devaluation. So, does your partner criticize, belittle, or insult you regularly? And now I'm talking about now. So we're going to go back. So we already did the first 3 months of your relationship. Now we're going to go into all the way to now, okay? So he did all that, or she did all that. Now we're going to go into the good part of the relationship, right in the meat of things. We're in the meat of things, okay? We are in today's time, all right? And even if you are in today's time, did they do these things even before today? And now you're in today's time and they're back at the love bombing phase, what I just mentioned to you in 6, 7, and 8. Okay? So now they're in that era. So you're about to start experiencing again the devaluation, because they go back and forth with love bombing and devaluation. That's why when we get into love bombing and devaluation in the next video for week 2, day 2, which is today, you will get an opportunity to see exactly what I'm talking about. I should have probably did this questionnaire later, but I want to do it now so that way you start thinking when you're listening to the next video, okay? So number 9, does your partner criticize, belittle, or insult you regularly? A, frequently. B, sometimes. C, rarely. D, never. Number 10, do you feel that your partner has become distant or withdrawn without explanation? There's no reason why they're acting this way. A, frequently. B, sometimes. C, rarely. D, never. Number 11, do you feel like you're constantly trying to win back the affection or approval of your partner? A, frequently. B, sometimes. C, rarely. D, never. Number 12, does your partner alternate between treating you very well, and then treating you very poorly without clear reasons. A, frequently. B, sometimes. C, rarely. D, never. So now we're going to go into the results. So let's talk about, we're going to interpret your results. So listen up right now. If you answered mostly A, there are strong indications that you might be experiencing gaslighting, manipulation, control, love bombing, and devaluation in your relationship. It is important to seek and consider professional help to address these issues. If you answered mostly B, there is some signs that your relationship might have elements of these harmful behaviors. Reflect on these areas and consider discussing your concerns with a trusted person or a professional. If you answered mostly C, while there's a few potential warning signs, they might not be pervasive, but keep in mind, you want to monitor your relationship dynamics and ensure you maintain healthy boundaries. So make sure you are continually not allowing your boundaries to be crossed, because the minute they cross your boundaries, you are going to have a hard time getting them not to do it again if you don't do something about it the very first time they cross you. And we will get into that later in the course too, on how to set your boundaries, keep your boundaries, enforce your boundaries, and always stay on top of that. Now, if you have answered mostly D, your relationship, so your response suggests that these issues might not be prevalent in your relationship. However, staying aware and informed about these behaviors is always beneficial. So just because you answered mostly D, just make sure, because you didn't answer all D. If you answered every answer D, then okay, you don't have none of this going on, okay? But just to let you know, stay on top of it. Pay attention. And stay educated. Continue to educate yourself, okay? Because things change and people change too. If you are recognizing multiple signs from this questionnaire, it might be helpful to reach out to a life coach like me. I'm a life coach, okay? Therapist or a mental health professional to further guide your support. You want to make sure that you reach out to someone who can help you, okay? Who can help you, all right?